All right, go ahead, extend your legs, sit nice and comfortably. Ah, oh, yeah. Yeah, extend your legs, gently press the knees back. Yeah, I just did kind of a guest lunchtime session for my friend, and I'm telling them, as we start to retire, we don't do the up and down movements, so we really need to stretch the back of our legs more, right? We're not doing the squatting, the picking up, all of those things. So we need to just build that into our everyday. And then just reminding my other friend, relax the face, right? It's not the physical smile that's really important. It's that feeling of smiling, the thinking of smiling. So you want to relax all the facial muscles and you can physically feel them fall, just fall. It's that feeling of no expression, right? No facial expression. Just think of each area of your face and just let it fall. But then from the heart area, you think of smiling. And if that physical smile creeps out from here, that's okay. But you try to let this fall, relax all these facial muscles. Especially a lot of our cultures or how we're brought up, right? If we have to smile for everybody, if we have to put on a good face for everybody, right? Then that little tension kind of gets locked in, yeah, where we cannot just relax. And that's the start of the TMG and all of those things, right? And those, if this is tight, right, it's connected to the next muscle, so that's pulling on the next muscle, which is pulling around the neck, right? And then we just hold everything up here like this. So learning to relax from the top of the head. Like I remember somebody telling me in the Kung Fu class, they used to have meditation class, and it took 20 to 30 minutes. And all that teacher who was running the class would do is he would start with imagine like every follicle relaxing and just slowly work the way down the body. It would take 20 to 30 minutes for them just to relax before they even started what they thought was the meditation practice, but that letting go. Okay, so number one is letting go, relax, right? Breathe, right? Use the ha sound, right? Use the yawn, use that kind of gas to breathe in, gentle gas or large gas, depending on what you're doing, and the ha. And consciously let all of this go. Right? We want the throat to open, and we want the air to sink down into our lower dantian. So I've been emphasizing on the mechanical part to think inside of the pelvic joint, but also learn to think inside the joint, right? And think inside the joint, we're not controlling any muscles, so we're not holding anything back. And you think inside the dantian, you're thinking of a bundle of nerves. So again, you're not controlling any muscle. You're just stimulating those points, and all your muscles can expand and release. So let it go, right? Learn to let go. You have to relax to let go, have to breathe, have to exhale to let go. And then we can fill our body with whatever we want, right? With knowledge, with air, with blood, with good energy, and flush out the whole body. So, yeah, learn to keep your foot in front of the knee, right? Whether it's all the way out or sitting, right? Avoid having the foot right under the knee where it's just solid, and that tends to lock the knee. So if you start to learn to have the foot extended, then the leg will fall, the hip will open up, the qua, okay, all the joints will open up. When I was talking to my friend yesterday about this in that lunchtime class, he said, yeah, all the PTs, all the therapists, everyone talks about how important the hip joint is. So it tells you the anatomy therapists, these people, they know, right? The kinesiology people, they know the importance of this. They just don't approach it the same way I'm approaching it in the martial arts and in the Kung Fu. Okay? It's just because the application is a little different. So how they treat it. Okay? And don't forget to always look for the symmetry and the complement of the lower body to the upper body. Okay? So I've been bringing in this move, right? This plucking move, the single whip move, and that's the complement at the end to pulling the heels up. Right? And so stretching the feet and stretching the palms and developing all of this. Okay? And we talked about this one can just be start from plucking, and then it can become rounded to there. So every move can be developed at many different levels. Okay? All right, so we'll start. Just extend, just let the leg fall. Open the throat. Feel the lower belly expand. Be conscious of the collarbone, the throat, the chest relaxed. Just pushing the diaphragm, the lower abdomen, relaxing the shoulder. Nice deep breath and ha. And when you exhale, practice just releasing it. Sometimes that slow, gentle release, but practice that just ha. So when you ha, you can feel a little thud, a little drop in your body, and we're releasing all the tension one time. And the rest of the body slowly releases. You take your time exhaling. Feel everything let go before you inhale. You feel the joints relax, especially the hip joints and the shoulder joints relax. And then you inhale. And as you exhale, feel all the joints relax. And everything lets go. So breathing in, and then ha. And then we can start breathing in, think way up in the sky. Think of the sun. Imagine you're gently cradling and pouring that energy from the sun down through the top of your head. Right? You're feeding that little sun in your chest, warm and cool, that powers the whole body. And flow the chi down through the legs into the earth. Breathe in as we come up, expand, feel the spine, the hips gently expanding. Relax the joints and exhale, pouring through the center, to the heart, to the lower dantian. You feel everything relaxed, then lift the sternum, then feel that little compression in the body. Just direct with the mind. Just imagine gathering that sun, relaxing the shoulders, the wrist, and directing it down with the fingertips through the top of the head. It feeds your little sun, which sends energy out through your whole body. You can direct that energy or just let the body absorb it where it needs it. Let everything go. And when you relax, then lift the sternum and then start to rise. Breathe in from the earth. You can bring your feet in a little bit so it just touches the earth. Flow the chi up through the body, through the back, over the top of the head, down the front of the body. Drop the shoulders, elbows, forearms, wrist, palm, fingers. Reach the toes, reach the feet into the earth. Imagine the legs a little bit heavy, sinking into the earth. As that chi and energy flows continuously, not just when your hands move there, but imagine that continuous stream of energy flowing and flooding the body. Pressing and down. Start focusing in the bones. Imagine flowing and stimulating the bone marrow, stimulating the blood, moving the blood through the bones. Every bone of your body. Imagine every bone of your body is alive. Just imagine what it would look like. You can see all the blood moving through the bone marrow, stimulating, waking up all the cells. creating new blood cells, creating new bone cells. Imagine your bones getting thicker and stronger and still growing. Every bone of your body. Press and arch back a little and then come back down. Press and arch back a little. One more time. You add that little bend. Just imagine all that energy flowing through the body, through the bones, through the muscles. Imagine all your nerves cleaning out. Yeah, come up from the side. Palms just about the height of your shoulders, no higher than your shoulders, extending, looking way out to the horizon. And exhale. Gather. Breathing in and out. Just flushing the body. Breathing in the cleanest energy from the universe, right? From the world, from all around you. Just the cleanest energy gathering from the sky, from the horizon, from the earth. Waking up the body, stimulating the body, so that eventually you can open up all the cells and all the meridians. You can gather energy from inside of your body, scooping down. And finish your move. If you started one more turn, just finish that. Squeeze. Imagine squeezing all the blood out of your body. Slowly letting go. Focusing your bones. Saturating your bones. Deep breath. And wring out every bone of your body. Imagine you're wringing out every bone. And focus on ligaments and tendons. Twisting, wrapping, coiling. Squeeze. And slowly letting go. A little lighter. Letting everything balance out. Let everything go. When everything lets go, then lift the sternum. Then feel that gentle resistance in your palms. Turn the palms and we start our warm-ups. We start with the neck. Feel the fingertips extending as you breathe in, pulling the body forward. You can let the body pull forward a little. And then just like you washing the face, sink and turn the palms. The palms are constantly rotating. Lift the sternum, just where you feel the body start to fill. You press a little bit more, and that's all you need. Let the joints go. Let the hip and the shoulder joints go before you begin again. Breathing in, washing, turning the palms. Exhale. Think of your shoulder blades. Listen for that full feeling, and then down. Yeah? No need to extend all the way out. Slowly turning the palms, extending the fingertips. Slowly imagine there's cables attached to the fingertips, pulling the fingertips. There's a suction pulling the palms out. And just let it go down into the earth. Just drop the head, open the neck. One more time, breathing in. And out. And down. Okay, number 2, one hand up, one hand down, extending, breathing in, and exhale. Let that lower hand fall. Look at the fingertips first, breathing in and turning the head. As much as you comfortably can, and as you exhale, the bottom hand, the fingers stretching, washing through the other hand, and then washing down. Breathing in, looking at the fingertips. Release. Look at the second finger, the index finger, second line, second finger. So now a little bit more focused. Just let that breath go. Breathe in. And then look beyond the palm. Look way out to the horizon. Scan the horizon. Let that lower hand fall. Finish the breath. Stretch the fingers. Feel the warmth of the palm washing through the arm. Come back to center. Height of the throat. Center of the palm, height of the throat. Imagine the throat open. No restrictions in your voice. And out. Lift the sternum. Feel the body get full, and then you start coming down. You don't have to press out too far. Shoulders. So fold. Squeeze the inside lower corner of each shoulder blade. Try to make them touch. And then pull them up and forward, turning the palms. Pull those shoulder blades forward. Stretch those muscles underneath. Can you go and check where that is? And just breathe naturally. And then forward. Okay, come forward. Close it. Is he waiting or? Okay, close the door, please. Is he waiting for you? Okay, let's see. Do one side. Yeah, one side. So, yeah, just one side. Let's finish the shoulders up. Yeah, poor guy. I told him, said, just give me 4 tickets. I have a class. We buy every year, but yeah, just give me 4 tickets. I have a class going on. I guess I have to put that sign outside the door. Yeah, put the red light on. Live studio. Don't disturb. But I never know if it's the grandchildren, right? So, yeah, just focus on that inside lower corner. All the way. Okay, relax and do the other side. So it's funny because, through all of this training, like I'm saying, first it was relax is number one. Right now it's let go is number one, right? We have to learn to let it go. So you have to relax to let it go. But I've been purging out my property on the other side because I need to get it on the market. So I'm getting that real everyday practical lesson in letting it go. Things I've been carrying around for 30 plus years. Yeah, come forward. Just focus on that lower inside corner. Let the body turn, let the head turn. And keep the fingers extended. All the way down, nice and slow. Slowly let go, release, and then 2 sides back to front, and then front to back. Squeeze and pull. Nice, large movement. And then forward. All the way down. And relax. Yeah, so for the next year, however long it takes me, I'm going to start downsizing both her stuff and my stuff.
Start with
And that really is a practical lesson of the letting go, yeah, our everyday life. So, yeah. I mean, like, do I really need those utility invoices from 30 years ago? Yes, that's the wind. That's the wind. Let it go. Ah, okay. Hold the ball. Yeah. Come up, down. That's just the wind. It's very windy outside. Yeah. Yeah. Focus on the shoulder blades and imagine the spine. Relax the spine. Relax the hip. Keep the hands right in line with each other. Right? Relax the wrist so the bottom hand stretches into the earth and the top hand, the fingertips stretch way up into the sky. You have to drop your shoulder, drop your elbow a little bit. And as you're stretching, you can feel the upper body stretching, the chest stretching. So you have to consciously sink your breath down and keep your breath here, even though you can feel it stretching. Right? Don't let that fool you into breathing from the chest area. Take a deep breath and expand the spine and the joints. And then stretch the palms, stretch the fingertips, wash through the forearms, wash through the pericardium channel. Just breathe slowly. Same thing. Sink the breath down to your lower belly, your lower dantian. Relax the lumbar, relax the whole spine, relax all the joints. The more you relax, the more you can expand. Imagine something pulling on the fingertips and you just have to relax and let those cables pull and stretch you. Take a deep breath. So you practice letting that breath go quickly, and then everything just sinks and slowly the whole body lets go. So breathing in and use the ha. Have that little thud. Right? It's just not a big giant drop, but just that quick ha. You can feel that let go, that physical thud in the body, right? Everything sinks. Expand, and then just open the throat one more time. Use the ha sound. Quick ha. Last one, and then we'll do our spirals. So pull the spine and turn the upper palm back. Drop the elbow straight down. The bottom hand washes the outside. You have to turn, lift, and fall right above each other. And the upper palm spins outwards, right around the center of the palm. Let the shoulders go. Keep the hands right in the center. Breathing in. Let the head turn, and exhale. Drop the elbow straight and turn, and then turn. The forearms can gently brush each other. The bottom thumb can even touch the body if you want. And right here, turn and turn and turn. Spin right around the center of the palm. Breathing in. Just release all the tension. Breathing in. And breathing in and coiling. Just let that breath go one time. Breathing in. Come back to center, right in front of the heart. Sternum tilts up. Sink the shoulders, and nice deep breath. That inner smile, projecting that heart energy, feeding it from the sun. Turn the palms and keep on turning towards the upper elbow. The palms feel like they're rolling a ball. Then release. And breathe in. That quick release. But that quick release just flows right into that slow release. The palms feel like they're spinning against each other. pulling the shoulder blades out. Coiling, uncoiling, one last time. Breathing in and coiling, pulling the shoulder blades out. Come back to the solar plex. Tilt the sternum up and out. Lift the sternum and down. Slowly let everything go. Through the shoulders, through the fingertips, the hips, through the bottom of the feet. Press one leg into the earth. Sink into the hip joint, whichever leg, and think of the lower dantian, and then pick up the other leg. So think of those two places, and then press and switch to the other leg. And learn to think of both places inside the hip joint and the lower dantian, right? And that's going to, remember, thinking of the hip joint will release the heel, right? So that's what will initiate the lift. Just pressing down 100% will release the other leg, but it's neutrally buoyant, right? It's not up or down. It's just zero. Sinking into the hip joint will cause that rise and that lift. And then thinking of the lower dantian will help you to sink and center yourself, and center of balance. So the previous one, right, when we're turning, this palm stays right in the center, right in the center the whole time while we're turning. And when you spin, you want to have that feeling that it's spinning right around the center. So you could hold, to practice that feeling, you could get a stick or some kind of spindle and just let it spin. Like this mallet, this side is pointed so I can feel it spinning around. And as I turn whatever direction, right, I'm still holding the ball and I still keep it right in the center. And then you try to well, I like to emphasize the heart, right? It doesn't have to be the heart, but you could, if you want to change the position, align it with chakra, right? So like crown, forehead, throat, heart, solar plex, sacral bhata dantian, and root. So if you're going to move your hands around, try to at least align it with those chakra from there. But keep it right in that center, that rolling and it's spinning, and it spins in, right? So when it spins in, right, it's pulling and opening my shoulder blades, and then it releases, and then it spins in. And so no matter where the hand is traveling, it's right on the inside and releasing. All right, so we're moving to the lower half, the legs. The legs are expanding into the earth, so now we need to make sure that you're pulling and suspending from the top. As you pull and suspend, string pulling you up, right, that'll cause the head to tilt down. You pull from the back of the head, more where the giddy is, right? Not the center. The back of the head lines up with the spine, about the center of the ears, over here. So when you pull from here, that will cause the chin to tilt down, and the neck will stretch up and relax, sink. Right? As we do these things, we tend to raise the breath again, so we just have to sink from there. Okay. All right, so bring the legs back. Right? Now the legs are straight down because we're going to start walking. So rest your legs. Don't press, right? Don't lift. Just let them rest. Relax everything, let everything go, and just the palms. Okay, so first pulling. Drop the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and pull the chi up. Create a vacuum under your feet. Press the chi down. Displace that earth energy. See if you can feel the change in pressure on the bottom of your feet. Second one, back of the hand being pulled, like a vacuum pulling the back of the hand. And then back of the hand being pressed down. Something pushing the back of the hand. Again, pay attention if you can feel just a subtle change in pressure or feeling in your feet. And third one, bottom of the hand being pushed up. and bottom of the hand being pulled down, like a suction being pulled down. So each one feels a little different. So run through those three, right? You controlling the bottom of the hand, something else pulling, something else pushing, something else pushing, something else pulling. And when your feet are at rest, the more you relax and as the energy flows, you'll feel subtle changes in the legs. But if you press your legs, sink your legs into the earth, relaxing the bottom of the feet, you'll feel different, right? You won't get quite that same feeling. So experiment. Those are nice little exercises to test your sensitivity and develop your sensitivity. All right, so we did neck, shoulders, spine. Okay? So we're doing our pelvic joint, our hip joints. Okay? And you notice we're actually doing all the joints, but this one is next two are to focus on the hip joints. Okay? So press both feet down first, and then press one down. The other leg will release, left or right, and then sink into the hip joint, and then the heel will release. When the heel releases, now we can lift. Top of the head suspended. Use the palm to help guide that leg out while pressing on the earth. Right here, you have to start relaxing, letting go of the large joints, and then you can transition. And down. The palms helping the whole process. Right here, you have to let go of the large joints, and then you can transition. Breathe in and out. Release the joints, and then you can transition. Feel the whole bottom of the foot contacted with the earth. Up and down. Keep the body as nice and upright, suspended from above as possible. Bring the hands in with the leg. Press. The pressing sinks one leg down and releases the other. Release the shoulders and the hip joints, and then you can pick up the leg. Release, and then you can pick up the leg. Use the palms. Drop the shoulders. The palms are open, helping to control the leg. Even if the hands are down, the palms are still helping to lift or sink the leg. And pick up the knee as high as you comfortably can. Right? Even though we're seated, we're practicing picking up the leg for walking. We're practicing feeling the earth and sinking into the earth and letting go. And anytime you feel yourself trip, and you feel that imbalance, that's where you use that ha, that quick little ha, right? And sink and stabilize. And we're practicing keeping your mind in your hip joint, your pelvic, and your dantian to help keep you centered. So it's a warm-up and it's a subtle strength building exercise for the muscles that pick up your leg. Okay, come back to center. Hold the ball. Okay, so second warm-up for the hip, just drop the knee to the side. Pull the spine and extend and breathe in. And ha. That quick release flows into that nice letting go. Other side, just drop first. Pull the spine, extend, breathing in. Ha. A little larger, take a step. Breathe in. Fingers being pulled out. Ha. Take a step. Something pulling you forward. Pull the spine. Ha. A little larger if you can, if it's comfortable. Make sure you turn the waist to open up the hip joint. And the whole purpose of this is to make sure we're opening up the hip joint, warming up the hip, the pelvic. Okay, as much as it's comfortable for you. Remember to keep the shoulders relaxed. And then end with a small movement. Either just dropping the knee or just turning the foot. And we don't want to end with the largest movement. We want to end with the smaller movement. Okay, hands on the side. Start off with a loose fist, and then we transition to the open palm from the second repetition. So press both feet, decide which foot you're going to press into the earth, and when you feel that heel pick up, then pick up. Make sure the forearm is rubbing against the rib cage, lightly touching the rib cage. Press, remember to press the knee down and use the fist to pick up the leg, head suspended, other leg pressing into the earth. Release, so you can do the other side. Breathing in and out, heel. Gently press the knee, then lift that leg up. Keep the head suspended. Rub against the rib cage. Open palm now. Breathe in. Heel, knee, and pump the foot. Extend. Lift. Use that palm to lift. Tuck the elbow in. Rub against the rib cage. Other side. Extend the fingertips. At the turn of the spine, pull the spine so the body turns. Lift. Keep the standing foot pressing and sinking into the earth. Turn. Lift. Do one more time. So heel, knee, foot, and spine. The body turn. And turn the body. You can feel that arm extending. Lift. And gently let go. Release the hips first, and then press one leg again. Reset. 45. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Hold that ball. Hold that chi ball right in front of the heart. While you're flexing and warming up the ankle, try to relax the facial muscles. Smile from the heart. Standing leg is sinking, pressing into the earth while the bottom of the foot is relaxed. Shoulders down, elbows down, head suspended. Face relaxed, all the facial muscles relaxed, but smiling from the heart. Okay, small toe, big toe. Yeah, first set heel to toe and then small toe, big toe. Okay, and center. And then draw the heels up, pull the heels up, let the hands go, stretch the feet, and then pull. Add that single whip, pull. So feet and hands, right? Yeah, and then release. So I don't know, what should we call this? Should we call this like rabbit form? Or I don't know, kind of could be praying mantis. If you want to be martial, we say tong long. But I don't know, it kind of looks like rabbit, yeah? Yeah, and release, stretch it out. And one more time. So just like pulling, remember you want to stretch the fingers straight down, the thumb down, keep the elbows down, keep the elbows tucked in, everything's close, right? And you can feel the difference if you extend or come close. As you come close, this really starts to stretch as you try to keep it straight down. So you bring it as close to you as it's comfortable. If you feel it cramp, just release it a little bit or shake it out. Right? But we start with that pulling. So we want to stretch the fascia in the bottom of the feet for the plantar fasciitis, and stretch the fascia and strengthen. Right? You're stretching the fascia and strengthening. Okay? One last time. Yeah. So to remind you, you can turn this into a strength building exercise. I'm just looking at whatever bottles I have lying around. So water bottle is nice because it's symmetrical, yeah? So you can just grab the cap, right? And you can put it on the ground and just do exercises, right? 1, 2, and just take your time. So same feeling like you're drawing straight up, right? Drawing straight up. And the way I'm holding it right now is, that's from my training. I'm only using the 3 fingers, but you can use all the fingers actually, right? And depending on the size of the calf, this one is pretty small. So it's a finger strengthening exercise, but it's also strengthening the hand. And when you have that bend, right, you can feel it working all of here. Okay. So, right, this one is large. I'm getting ready to throw this one away. That's the crest mouthwash. So large cap, a little bit, not straight up and down, but same thing, right? Kind of symmetrical. And, nothing fancy. You fill it up with water to get the weight to it's comfortable for you. It's a larger size. Right? I have this jug, but this jug is challenging because it's off-centered, right? So when you start doing things off-center, you have a little bit more challenge. So maybe depending on which way I turn it, might help. I mean, it will kind of center, but then it will go crooked, right? So that's going to challenge. So if you do something off-centered, you want to turn it so you get that more resistance on equal sides. But that's why the water bottles are really nice, right? Because they're symmetrical. It's right in the center. This is the small water. They have smaller water bottles, and then you can work your way up to the 2-liter bottles if you want. You could start with a 2-liter bottle empty, and just add enough water that you can pick it up, and then you just slowly add more and more water. So one way is the repetition, right? Picking up and down, right? Relaxing, picking up and down, and the other is holding, right? Picking it up and just holding as long as you can. You can decide, right? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, put it down, shake it out, and then do it again. So easy strength building exercises. Make sure you relax and you do all of these flexings too. Okay. So before we do the set, continuing with this, right? So adding just to the pluck, just to that drawing for the single whip, right? We talked about circular motions. Right? So circular motions this way, right? Or this way coming out, right? And then coming here. So we start off looking at the palm, right? Coming down, right? And then going out and rounding, and then you can come together if you want, right? And then come down and out and together, right? And down and out and together. And then the opposite would be starting from the outside, right? Reaching down, coming out and down, and out and down. And going back to the first one, it would be down first, right? And then out, right? And then scooping. So you can make it small, or you can get a little closer since we just talked about the palms here, right? You can scoop and tuck that wrist, or you can make the wrist a little bit more relaxed, right? It could be here, or it could be way down here. You can tuck really tight, right? It could be a really tight circle, or it could be a large circle, right? The elbow doesn't swing out too much, right? From here, okay? So from here, we turn it into the circle, just down first, right? Just studying the move, right? Down, keeping the palms open and stretched. And then you start going one finger at a time, right? So it starts to have that spiral in the turn, one finger at a time. So it starts to undulate one finger at a time, open, one finger at a time, starts to close. Right? And eventually we're working to closing into a fist. So squeeze, and then open one finger at a time, and then close one finger at a time, and then open. So it could be really tight or it could be really large. When you come here, squeeze and then open. So one finger at a time is also one joint at a time, right? Squeeze and open. So really stretching and squeeze and open, right? And then going the opposite way. So going out, right? So first just kind of straightforward, right? Out and then down, right? And then slowly start to stretch the fingers. And this one I tend to start with the index finger, right? Or the other direction. You tend to start with the pinky, right? Until same thing, your thumb, and you start making a fist and squeezing and coming straight up. So it's close to me, right? Coming straight up and then opening and then rolling, making that fist coming straight up. So closing with the index finger and then opening with the pinky. Right? So same thing, right? Just rolling. Just focus on the hand. Don't focus on the shoulder. Don't focus on the elbow. Just focus on squeezing. Okay. So when I'm making these fists, when I'm making these fists, right? Closing, one way is to close and the thumb is on the outside, right? So I don't leave my thumb out. I don't leave it up. I don't tuck it inside. So making a fist this way. And the other way, if you squeeze from here, you can only squeeze so much. But if you wrap the index finger and then, oh, I'm going to sneeze, sorry. And then the middle finger tucks like this. So the middle finger sticks out, right? Instead of a fist like this. If you can learn to grab like this, where this thumb really squeezes, you find that this fist you can really squeeze. You can squeeze even more, right? So you get more development. Right? So sometimes if you slowly watching my hands, it just kind of comes out to this kind of fist where that knuckle sticks out and I can grab harder. So if you watch closely, you'll see like I'll start with this fist, but then as I'm squeezing more and wrapping, right, that knuckle starts to stick out from there. Yeah, I won't even talk about the martial arts reason for that knuckle. But it allows you to grab more, right? To have a stronger grab, which means you're developing, you can develop more, even though you're not using weights, right? So it's, yeah, that middle finger tucks in there, the thumb wraps, and that middle finger sticks out. My teacher called this Ningokin. Ningokin was tip of the bullhorn, so like the bullhorn from there. But yeah, if you hold like this, you can feel that you can grab more. Yeah? So you can work those muscles, ligaments and tendons, bigger stretch. You can work the muscle tissue a little bit more. So feet and hand, right? Ankle and wrist, right? Toes and fingers, right? The shin, the forearm, right? Knees and elbows, right? They mirror each other, they're complements. All right. Okay, so we'll run through the set one time and then we'll go take our break. Yeah, but try to add this, learn this, that pulling. Yeah, it's slowly, after about 3 weeks, I can feel where it's not cramping anymore. Now that I've slowly added this back into my practice. I just overstretched. I could feel it right in here. I still have a ways to go. So it's, I haven't done it for years, so it tightened, yeah. So when I try to stretch, it's resisting and telling me, stop that. So just slowly take your time, and that grabbing and that rolling and unrolling. And you can individually, right, massage and work your hands, right, wiggle them. Right, that's all important, not just the exercise, but the massage, right, and the movement. Okay. So reset your legs. Slowly walk them in just where they touch the ground and just where you can press them. And just where you can start to expand. Let the hips, let the quad open. Feel the toes, the whole foot touching the earth. And imagine that expansion and sinking and pressing where the bottom of the feet are totally relaxed. And slowly straighten and pull your spine up. And then something pulling you. Drop the shoulders, sink the breath down as you do this. We want the whole body to expand. Imagine something pulling the legs into the earth and something pulling you from above, so you don't have to do anything. You can let go and let something else pull and expand you. And then let the hands drop. Drop the shoulders. And imagine something gently pulling the fingertips down. So you're expanding from the legs, the top of the head, and the hands. Take a deep breath. Just focus on that alignment and relaxing. Let all the tension in your face go while you smile. Let all the tension sink. Feel the whole body expanding in every direction, all the joints opening. Sung, relax. But relax while we're expanding. Relax while we're doing something. Eyes start looking way out to the horizon. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And when you're ready for commencement, we start with the breathing in. So when you're ready, pick up that ball, wake up the chi, extend, and bring it to your heart. Just take your time at your own speed. Number 2, rolling. Just holding that soap bubble. Bring it into your body. Wash all the organs. Feel the inside of the arms rubbing against the rib cage. Stimulate the liver and the stomach, spleen and gallbladder. Emphasize the heart energy. Number 4, turn, single whip. Pull the spine and open. And release. Look at the fingertips. Number 5, one sao. Have that little quick release of the breath. Breathe in and pull the spine. That quick release is still followed by that slow letting go. Making sure that everything is relaxed. Make sure you're looking at the palm of the upper hand, the fingertips, or the second finger, or staring beyond at the horizon. Coiling, coiling, and as you let go, come back to center. And just let the spine oscillate back and forth as you do an open and close. And then repeat on the left side. Single whip, pull the spine to the left, pull the hands out, breathing in. Release. Look at the right hand. Keep on turning. If this are standing, this would be where the toe taps in, and then we would start 3 times. Pull the spine. That quick release, you can just feel that small little thud, small little jerk in the body as you use the sound. Coiling, and then it just flows. Last one. Pull the spine, coil, and then come back to center. Breathe in, lift the sternum. Okay, number 7, brushing the knee on the right side. Pull the spine, pull the fingertips straight up. Breathing in, then start pulling the fingertips forward. Release. Lift the sternum. Drop the lower hand so it sweeps the leg. Keep on turning. Breathing in. Pull the spine to Hu Pipa. Play the Pipa. Breathing in. Right hand under the elbow. Pull the spine and release. Parry right, parry left. Lift. Coil. Coil. Cover. Keep on turning until the hands are outside, and then make a nice plus sign and start breathing in. Squeeze the fist as you turn. Turn a little bit more until the left fist touches the rib cage, and then release. Rolling back. Let the body oscillate back and forth. Gather. Tilt the sternum up. Release the wrist. Pull the chi back to the heart. Sync everything, and one open and close. Left side, single. Pull. Start bringing the fingertips forward. Relax, lift the sternum. Breathe in. Keep on turning. Release. Right hand comes forward. Pull the spine to the left. Hu Pipa. Left hand under the elbow. Turn. Pull the spine and coil. Release. Parry. Parry. And using the shooting palm. Cover. Flip the right hand over. When you hit center, they make an X, so keep on turning until it's outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab the loose fist. And as you exhale, turn and start to squeeze the fist and keep on turning until the right fist touches the rib cage. And then release. Center. Rolling back. Gather. Stretch the palms. Compress. Exhale. Release the wrist. Draw back to the heart. Reset. And then the left side. Left side, repeat, brush knees. Pull the spine, pull the palm up and forward. Followed by leisurely tying the coat. Turn. Release. Right hand circles up. Both palms facing out. Wiping down. Tuck the elbow in. Come into the belly button. Left fingertip on the wrist. Drop the shoulders and lift right under the chin. Tuck the elbows and extend the palm out. Turn the waist to the left and release. Big spiral. Roll in like a top. Double palm. Lift the sternum. Release. Open and close. Leisurely. Where are we? Yeah, leisurely. No, I'm sorry. Fist under elbow. Turn. Confusing myself, so I'm trying to do it proper now, right? Turn. Spin the spine. And as you spin back, the bottom hand grabs a fist and you drop the elbow. And then you have to turn until the elbow and fist line up right in the center of the body, breathing in. And then turn so the fist goes out, and then open the fist, release, and release. Repulse monkey right. Sink the arms and brush the left knee. Tilt the sternum up. Keep on turning to the right. Washing down the left arm. Repulse monkey, fingertips. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Washing down the right arm. Lift the sternum. Leisurely tying the coat. Turn to the right. Left hand circles up. Turn back. Turn to the right, wiping down. Connect the right fingertip. Lift. Tuck the elbow. Push the palm out. And release. Big spiral. Double palm to the front. Lift the sternum. And then open and close. Brush the knee on the right side. Followed by leisurely tying the coat. Repeating this last section. Out. Turn the waist to the right while you wipe down. Lift. Tuck the elbow. Gently push the palm out while pulling the fingers out. And release. Big spiral. Release. Open and close. Fist under elbow. Left side. Pull the spine. And as you release, drop the left hand. And then pull the spine. Turn the bottom palm so it's center. Bottom hand grabs a fist. Pull the spine. Fist under elbow. Release. Pull the spine. Extend the fist and open. Release. Repulse monkey left. Feel that quick release of the breath. Keep on turning. Leisurely tying the coat. Fold to the left. Right hand circles up. Turn to the left. Release. Turn to the left. Release. Turn to the left. Release. Double palm. Release. Let everything sink. Check that you're dropping all the joints. Feel that full feeling, that gentle compression, and then slowly start to release the joints. Just breathe normally. Press one leg into the earth, left or right, so the other leg can release and come back. Drop the shoulders, but still stretching the palms. Let everything go. And closing, breathing in. Think way up in the sky, gathering that sun. Directing that sunlight down through the top of your head. Feeding the little sun in your chest. Let everything go. And everything lets go, then start to rise, then that gentle compression. Take a deep breath in, expand, and then and rub the hands and legs together. So practice that, right, that you can feel your belly just go, you feel everything release. And when you, it's not that big like, everything has to drop, like dropping that bag of rice, but it's a smaller, just inside, right? The breath lets go, the diaphragm, the lower belly lets go, and just feel that little, and then it still sinks from there. Right? So you practice that slow release, just really calm and gentle, and then you practice the fast release, so you have that thud. Okay? That thud is what's going to save you when you feel like, I'm tripping, I'm falling. Right? Just let everything go. Reset, gather yourself. Okay? Hopefully, if you practice and we ingrain that in our body, then we release faster and faster. Instead of waiting till we're tipping way over the edge and then oops. Right? When we feel like, we're out of balance, take your time, right? Let the body settle and then start again. Right? So practice that. Feel that. And then you feel everything drop. Yeah? And then, and the throat is still open and and everything else can slowly release. I'm trying to think. There's always something I wanted to review, but by the time we get to the end, I can't remember what it was, which one it was. That's okay. Okay, so second half, we've been doing. We've been doing the teacups, so we'll just continue with the teacups and going through the different motions. Last week we were holding objects, so whatever objects you had, a stick, a fan, fixed fan, open fan, a ball. I was showing teacups with a ball. So I had found this three pound tiny little medicine ball, and if you can fill it up with air to expand it, or you can release some. So it's a little bit of squish, right? So I can grab it. It's very tactile. If I fill it way up, it's going to stretch and get really hard. But it's got that little air hole. And this one is 3 pounds. I don't know if you can find it at Ross anymore. I mean, that's sometimes Ross is my favorite place to shop for cheap, inexpensive exercise equipment. So I don't feel too bad when I don't use it by the second week and they're collecting dust, as opposed to buying the expensive ones. But a small ball is nice for the teacups, right? It's centered, it's balanced, and more challenging is to use something like a kettlebell. And there's all different size kettlebells. In kettlebells, if I turn it, right, the center of balance goes off. So it's a lot more challenging. It's a lot more dynamic. But like I was saying, everybody probably has a weight in their house like this. Yeah. So just gently holding that weight and doing teacups. Yeah. And just doing teacups. And even with a weight like this, I can still open and close my hand. Yeah. And you can see actually the teacups is that movement, right? Part of the teacups is just this rolling movement. So I could keep straight finger. I could kind of grip it with here. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a 1 pound or 2 pound weight. Not easy to find 1 pound weights. Yeah. You can find the 2 pound, but for certain things, I love the 1 pound weight. So these small little dumbbells, right? They're symmetrical. So to do teacups, and I can just switch it, right? They're balanced. If I want more challenge, like I said, I can use something that's not really, when I turn it, it's not really symmetrical in that sense. So I have to really be careful. And same thing, they sell all different sizes of kettlebells. But I could probably turn a jug like this, right? And the same kind of thing, it's going to be unbalanced, right? And if I put water inside, right, that water is going to slosh around. So I just have to really take my time. And as that water moves, it's really going to challenge. But that's you have to think of that as more advanced, right? Or same thing, right? Use the water bottle. If I fill up the whole water bottle, it's more like the dumbbell, right? It's a little bit more balanced. If I don't fill it up all the way, that water is going to slosh. So it might be a little bit more dynamic in there. But yeah, if you don't stay for the second half, you just go and look at the videos. I do the teacups in and out. I usually try to label the title teacups, so you could just search for teacups, and it would probably come out. All right, let's end with the bell meditation. Go and take a little break. Just sit nice and comfortable. And remember, we meditate to clear our mind. So any distractions, acknowledge and bring yourself back to the meditation. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together. And so when we do this meditation, it's really the perfect time to practice just letting all this tension go and smiling from the heart area to feel that. And you can expand a little bit, hold that light expansion. Ah. All right, November 5, part 1 done. Make sure you complete your warm up. Right? Take your time, drink lots of water. Weather's changing. Yeah, weather's changing. Body's so confused. Yeah, hot and humid during the day, getting a little cooler at night. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I didn't even check the chat. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Let me check the chat. There's 2 messages.